What? What? We did it. What? What happened? What happened?
Jesus Christ, Allison!
Allison scored! Yeah!
Hello guys. Liverpool draw against Brighton 2-2. A lot of Liverpool fans frustrated right now with Manchester City losing, Chelsea picking up maximum 3 points against the Newcastle team. But it was a disappointing performance by Liverpool. They threw away the game. Jurgen Klopp, a lot of Liverpool fans across the world right now really disappointed. Me myself disappointed with our missing of chance in that first half, and it really affect the team and it really cost Liverpool. So welcome guys, welcome to the chat. Make sure you guys smashing the like button. Really appreciate it. But before we get into the post-match, I want to ask you guys, how are you guys doing? Come to you first, Joe.
I'm pissed, man. I'm pissed. Like, it's good to see you all as normal and all of this stuff. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
All right, that's fine. Yeah, man, I'm pissed off. Honestly, I'm pissed off like mad. Seriously, well, you can just see what's happening. This is we're such a good team with such great players, with such a great manager, with such a great culture, with such a great fan base, with such a great everything, and you can just see what's going to happen. You know, we are performing. We're still performing beyond our expectation with the lack of spending that FSG have had, and you can see what's going to happen. We might come ahead of City, all right, but then Chelsea are flipping. They're getting a gap. I don't know who's in the toilet or something, but I can hear toilet noises, or a chain or whatever. But anyway, the point is, Chelsea are going to get a gap on us because they know how to shithouse their win when they're not playing well. I wasn't even watching their game, but I can imagine they weren't even playing that well against Newcastle or whatever. We need to learn to be back to our 18-19 and 19-20 selves where we can shithouse a win when we're not playing well, where we can make that snap adjustment, we can come up in the last minute or come up in the dying moments of the game or something when it's scrappy. We've lost that ability. Because I was going to say, if I was going to do a preview for this game, I said, do you know what? I said this in a Coppish review. I said the Brighton game is probably going to be a scrappy game, and in like the 70 minutes or 80 minutes, we're going to be drawing. We're going to need to find a goal out of nowhere. We used to be able to do that. Now we can't. I don't know what it is. This whole season has been really good, but we actually haven't had one game. If you look at it, not one game in the Premier League where it's been a scrap contest at 70, 75 minutes. We've been drawing. Yeah. We haven't had any of that where we've been drawing and then score a win or something like that. Or we can't hold a lead. Look at Brentford. Like, we're 2-0 up to Brighton. If we want aspirations to win the league in this climax of the Premier League, in this climate of the Premier League where every team, Chelsea, City, they're such quality, Chelsea especially, we've got to win at home to Brighton, man. And now we've got West Ham away coming up and Arsenal at home. I don't even want anyone to talk shit about Arsenal because I don't like them at all. I don't like their fans. And obviously we do well, but they're playing well. So at the end of the day, it's still a tough game. So I don't want anyone to be like, oh yeah, it's Arsenal at home. Yeah, okay, fine. We can win the game? Of course we can. West Ham away? Of course we can. But these are good teams. So if you expect me to be confident for these games after that Brighton game, or even anything in the Premier League when it means so much to you, I'm not going to be confident for that games. But I'm pissed off, man. I'm really pissed off. It's stupid. I can't believe it. This is why we shouldn't be drawing to Brentford away. And also, City lost to Palace. Chelsea aren't losing to anyone. They don't know how to lose a game. I mean, who have they even lost to?
Over to you, Stephen. What you think about, how you feel after that?
Yeah, it's pretty. I would say it's frustrating in a way. Do you know what I mean? It's to let 2 goals in the second half after we were doing so good in the first half. It's just there is still a bit of frailties at the back there that we have to fix on, definitely. You know what I mean? I think we will only see Van Dijk back to his full best in the next few months if he is back to his full best. We need him to be back to his full best. We need the back line to fix up with some of these stupid mistakes here. You know what I mean? If Brighton scored that 3-2, if it wasn't offside, then if it didn't get my back again, if it was 3-2 offside, it makes it 3-2 Brighton. But the fact is that we got away with it today. We absolutely got away with it today, and it's just frustrating. You know what I mean? These next big games are going to be crucial because Chelsea are 3 points ahead. Yes, Man City lost, but there is a gap there, like you said, and it's going to. We have to. If there's anything we have to fix on, it's fix on the backs. Do you know what I mean? It's just these silly mistakes that are letting us down. That cost us the game today. Mate. I don't know what you have to say, but I thought it was all down to that. Really, in my opinion.
Yes, guys. Make sure you guys smash the like button. We have 15 of you guys in the chat, so smash the like button, please. Smash the like button. Over to you, Jersey boy. How you feel?
I think that was probably our worst game of the season, and what I'm saying about that is, I know Brentford we drew 3-3. Brentford, we were looking very good. It was the defence. Today, the midfield was non-existent. I've just got to say this right.
Was awful.
Oxlade-Chamberlain. Yes, I know he got an absolutely beautiful assist. Other than that, he was absolutely dog crap. Loses the ball constantly. Firmino again, then crap passing. I think just Firmino had one high with that Watford game and scoring tap-ins, and then he's not playing well again. And I think it's now a time to start. And I've also got to say, I want to blame Klopp a bit. Why is he again making substitutions 15 minutes too late? He's too stubborn. He's too stubborn. I love Klopp. I love this club. But I'm just saying that I think he's being too stubborn, and he needs to put on Jota when he saw that Firmino was absolutely non-existent.
Yeah, I know, I agree. And if anyone wants to twist what you're saying in a bad way, then they can. I'm sorry to use expletives, but they can. Can I swear on here? Can I swear?
I already have. So
yeah, sorry. Okay, no one should be twisting what you're saying, Jersey boy. I agree. In this specific game, Klopp could have done better in terms of the substitutions. And also, I even think starting Konate ahead of Matip was weird. I'm not going to lie. Konate had a decent performance against Man U, but come on, Matip and Van Dijk is a partnership that really, really rarely lets us down. I didn't like Konate's positioning several times. He's good at winning the ball, but I think Matip on the ball is slightly better. And I think he has a better relationship with Van Dijk. So I don't know, play Konate in the Champions League or something like that. It was an odd selection, if I'm being honest. Obviously, a Klopp, I think he'll be the first to say that's probably not his best game. Obviously, he's unbelievable, and you'd probably expect him to bring Jota on a bit earlier. That was really pissing me off. I'm not gonna lie. And also, what the hell was the Minamino substitution as well? What's the point? It makes no sense. It didn't make a difference. Well, I might as well bring Origi on for these types of things.
Joe, if you see Minamino coming on for Curtis Jones, could you still have Ox in that midfield who's been really, really poor in the game? Why not take Ox off and bring in Minamino?
That would be disastrous.
It's silly decisions.
No, but I just don't see a point in that because it really wouldn't make much difference. That would kill his confidence. It was the last 5 minutes of the game. Minamino shouldn't have even come on anyway. It made no difference. I don't know. Ryan, what are you saying, man? Come on, I want to hear you.
We just don't know.
Okay.
This is. Do you think? I think. Oh, is it okay? I hate to say it, but what do you think our league chances are realistically?
I don't think it is, because if you think about it, look at Chelsea. Chelsea are under pressure because look, all the big teams are playing at 3:00 today. Chelsea are playing Newcastle. I know it's Newcastle, but we're playing Brighton. We should be playing Brighton. Chelsea playing very good. I'm just saying this right now. I think on form right now, probably Reece James is better than Trent. That Reece James has been unreal. Gets 2 goals today. Absolutely wonderful goals for Chelsea. Again, I think Chelsea are I honestly think
The easiest fixture.
Chelsea might win the league. They look unreal. They keep another clean sheet. You know, they have the best defense in the league, you know, at the moment. They get another 3 points. You know, the pressure wasn't us to get to stay behind Chelsea. What do? We boil it. We were 2-0 up.
Bottle. It was a bottle.
2-0 up.
Bottle.
And also, I've got to say this. I do think the decisions on Mane's goal and Salah's goal were good decisions.
Well, yeah.
Salah was offside. He was offside by a little bit, and Mane, it was a handball, to be fair. So, but I think my game, other than that, was crap. Also, but I think just the midfield was just non-existent today.
All right, listen. The EMI composure. Bring a look more balance in the room a little bit. Listen, I'm really disappointed in the second half performance. I'm disappointed in it, club. But I want you guys to just calm down. Early time of the season, we know we throw away this game, but let's have a look a bit of composure. I haven't lost in the English Premier League as yet. Yes, we know we drop points against. I like a Brighton team where we shouldn't drop points. Like a Brentford, like we shouldn't drop points. But this is football. Anything can happen. But don't forget, Liverpool has been excellent this season. Only unbeaten. They destroyed Manchester United last week. They destroyed Atletico Madrid. Where I think the problem will come in for Liverpool this season, I believe the strength and the depth inside that midfield. Clearly, we didn't have the legs in that second half to go toe-to-toe with Brighton. So hear me out, guys. I think Liverpool start the game very well. They scored 2 goals.
Yeah, we did, man. We did.
As I said, we has to take our chance. We create a lot of opportunity and we did not take it. Bobby Firmino could easily put us 3.
That was shocking.
And that will change the game. The game will done and dusted if Liverpool go 4-0 up. What do you have to say about that, Joe? Liverpool start the game very well, but we has to give Brighton a credit. They play a very good.
Yeah, they did. We know they're a good team, but
they us good. We have to have the balance, though.
They kind of got through so many times. They had a few chances, but it comes down to control in the midfield, and like it's a bit unfortunate that Naby went off injured. It just changed the game. It did change the rhythm. Even when Chamberlain came on, like the good thing with Naby, what Naby's able to do, he's able to position himself in the half spaces and through the lines, and like takes the ball on the half turn. He's more nimble with the ball and he's more like flexible. Chamberlain is very much I'm gonna come deep, I'm gonna drive, I'm going to play it to the left or play it to the right, and then I'm not going to do anything after. Naby can get the ball in tight spaces. He can play it through to Salah, who can hold it up and play it onto Mane or Naby as well. There are some things that Chamberlain's better at than Naby, but I just think Naby's form is slightly better, so it's annoying that he came off. And also, it's a piss take that we have so many injuries. Like Thiago, Fabinho, and Milner. Like someone who can control the game. Fabinho and Thiago and Henderson, we know is our objective best midfield, man. I'm pissed off. I'm so annoyed. And also, Ryan, like, I don't care if we haven't lost the game. We're still big points dropped. Like, it's not something to cling on to. Oh, yeah, we're still unbeaten. Like, come on, man. Like, we're losing points. It's still lost points. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's a good thing that we're still unbeaten, but, like, we don't get a trophy. We didn't get a trophy for getting 97 points. And this is the thing. We've come up short so many times when we've been so good. Who comes up short when you get 97 points that we did in 2018-19? And I can just see it. You can see it. We're going to win amazing games in the future. But what are we going to get out of it? Who knows? I hope a trophy, but...
over to you.
Do you guys not? If you guys didn't realize, we didn't have many of our midfielders. We didn't have Thiago. We didn't have Fabinho in there. I seriously do think that Fabinho in that midfield makes it work. Yes, and Henderson can play that CDM role, but it's Fabinho who can come in and actually get as many good games as he can in that position. And we can actually try and actually see off the games if Fabinho is in there. What I saw today was Henderson in midfielders with Curtis Jones and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, who isn't really well experienced, and is it hasn't been really tested, especially against a Brighton side who are gonna come deep and come into the defend and try and get a point out of Anfield. That's the problem I have going forward. Is if we don't have Fabinho in his right position going forward, are these games going to cost us going forward? That's the only worry I see.
Of course.
And it definitely showed today that Fabinho is crucial to that CDM role. I think he's one of the best midfielders in the Premier right now. What he's doing in that position, and I definitely think that we lack that today. We definitely lack that today.
I don't get it, because Curtis Jones and Oxlade-Chamberlain, I still don't fully understand. Are they box-to-box midfielders? Are they creative midfielders? Like, what are they? Do you know what I mean? Like, are they, like, just supporting midfielders? Like, in these every time our midfield creativity is bad, I just always think, oh, imagine if we had Coutinho or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, we're no shortage of goals this season because Salah and Mane are world class and Firmino, but it just today seemed a bit off. The connection between our forwards and our right backs, our left backs, it just seemed really off.
Yeah. So
annoyed.
We're leading going into the half. We play good, although Brighton in the last 7 minutes in the first half, they come into the game, they start to control the game a little bit. They start to play around with the ball more, and they get a little bit more comfortable. What a brilliant goal by Brighton, I have to say that. But not saying Liverpool 2 goals they score, man. Wow, what a beautiful square inside the box by Axel Chamberlain. I think that's the best thing he do since he came on. And
the only good thing
that pass by Virgil van Dijk to the Salah, and Salah pass it inside, and he were good. I'll be honest with you about the second half. What Jurgen Klopp tell the boys in that second half make us come out that so poor Jersey boy?
I've got to say, Ryan, I don't know what went wrong today. I think Ryan, everything went wrong when Keita came off. And let's just hope Keita's injury is not that bad. I really don't want to see a situation like last season where instead of a defensive crisis, we're having a midfield crisis.
I don't know. I genuinely couldn't give less of a. Okay, obviously, I'm going to care about the game when we play Atletico, but genuinely, right now, I couldn't give a fuck. Honestly, I want our players to be rested for the weekend because I don't even care if we lose because we can still top the group, yeah. And we're playing Porto and AC Milan after. Rotate some players against Atletico. Give Origi a game. Give Tsimikas a game because this Premier League is much more important. Especially
I know. But just for me in this game, before we go to the player ratings, I just want to quickly say that what was really bad about this game was for me the midfield was non-existent. There was no midfield covering the defenders, and Van Dijk, Konate had everything at them. I've got to say this honestly. I think Brighton should have won 4-2. They should have won the game. They should have won the game. We didn't deserve a point. We didn't deserve a win. They deserved it. And I've got to say that is atrocious. And now, FSG, you better get
Parasite. I swear to God, I don't even want to spend
a midfielder in January.
Parasite. FSG are parasitic creatures.
Get a winner.
Any fucks about a little Liverpool team.
What they need
don't
to do.
spend shit in the summer. We forget. Do you remember when Matip? Do you remember last season? They weren't going to buy a defender. They only bought Kabak because Matip was injured, and they bought Ben Davies. What are they doing to help us? Nothing. It seems like all the other owners care about their club. Leicester owners, West Ham owners are even spending more. Aston Villa owners, Everton owners, Arsenal owners. All them, they spend money on players. You will try and win multiple trophies, and you have a depleted squad last year. You obviously need to strengthen in some areas. You can't work miracles. How can you work miracles? No one's denying our players are world class. No one's denying our first 11 is world class. No one's denying some good players. You can't work miracles with lack of spending. Consistent lack of spending. Genuinely, how is it possible? How is it possible? I don't get it.
Whatever. And Joe, and yet there's still fans out there who want to keep defending FSG for some apparent reason. And you know what? I've been calling this for ages. We need a right winner. We need a winner to back up Salah, and we need a midfielder because of the depth so far. People have not been listening to me. FSG, don't listen to us. I've been saying this for a few years now, and yet no one wants to listen to me. They only care about their sponsorships and their yachts over in America. That's all that's all they care about. And the reality is, if we do not, and I fear this, if we do not get these signings over the line in January, then I fear that we're going to slip away. And that's happened to us before in the past. And I don't want that. I want us to compete. I want us to compete for the league title and the Champions League. And yes, the run we're having so far is much better to what was going on last season. I just fear in January it'll slip away again, like the title contending seasons, like the 08-09s or the 13-14s and what have you. All I want to see is compete and do it in a way that we do not see us slipping away again. We need depth, and we need a midfield depth, and we need a backup to Salah. That's the only way it's going to work going forward. That's the only way it's going to work going forward.
Quickly, just going to go in the chat just because I want to shout out some people. Shout out Dupe, shout out Pagan, shout out Tony. Dupe says, I'm sorry if ever comparing Edison to Alisson. I still think Edison's a really, really, really good goalkeeper.
Oh, Edison's world class. Like I saw their goal. Okay, well, he should have done better, but come on, Edison's world class.
Yeah, Edison's world class. You've got to put the blame on Laporte, not Edison. You know, you shouldn't be putting a goalkeeper in that situation. I don't think Alisson had a shocking game. I think Alisson obviously did concede 2 goals, but he was the reason why we didn't lose the game today. So I think it was 50-50.
You make some good saves.
You're missing an open goal against City.
Mate, remember, Ryan, there's 2 saves at the beginning. They were brilliant saves. Remember, he was the one in the first shot. It was March. Yeah, March and someone else. Nah, dude, come on, bro. You can't be calling your goalkeeper not world class, bro. He's in the clean, not what's the word? Golden gloves he's got. I think Edison's good. I just think maybe shot stopping is not a strong point. I think he's the best.
Yeah. Can I just say, I'm seeing in the Coppish chat, or not, I don't know, I'm just seeing around people. Also, you know, you watch the Red Men or Anfield Rap, like, I really like them. They're really great fans. I really enjoy their content. But, like, they feel very reluctant to express their raw emotion after every game. Firstly, as fans, if you drew to Brighton, you're 2-0 up, you're allowed to be annoyed. Not everything you're saying is going to be 100% rational after you've just come off a game. 2-0 up. Okay, I appreciate that. But if you don't express emotion, if you don't express your annoyance after a game, then do you even care about the club, or do you even like have an investment in the success or the well-being or all of this stuff of your players and your club? No. So I don't want to see anyone having a go at us for overreacting, because it's not an overreaction, because we know what it takes to win a Premier League. We had to win a Premier League with 99 points. And we know the form you have to do that.
Sure.
I mean, how good Chelsea are. So if anyone thinks we're overreacting, it's complete bollocks, because we're not.
Sure.
We know it's difficult for us to win. It was an uphill battle with our squad and Chelsea's billion pound trillions cheating own and spending wank. There we go.
You know what's the difference with Anfield or Redman and the next one we call, what's his name?
Coppish?
No, man. Anfield Rap and Anfield Redman. They are totally different from Coppish, totally different from us. When we're going to speak or remind about the player or FSG or the owner, they cannot do that because they want to have that good bond with the club where they can get interview with Henderson, where they can get information. They are different. You understand? So that's why they have to keep it that way, because they want to protect their information and stuff. You understand? Yeah. So that's why. I don't want to be like that, because that's going to cloud my judgment. I want to, like this game, I was really disappointed. I was fuming. I want to speak my mind. I don't want someone hold something over me, or if you thought this about the club, you're not going to get that interview, or you're not going to get that exclusive and all of these stuff. So they always want to keep in line with that when it comes to that.
I get you. That makes a lot of sense. But obviously, maybe you're probably right. They do hold back sometimes. Like, probably going through their mind, they want to say as many expletives as possible, and like, it's not like no. But the thing is, no one's really like crucifying any players. It's just we're just observing the game. Like, you know, our love for Liverpool players is as much as all of these channels that like love and like Redman TV and Amper Up, just because they might say things in a perhaps a bit more like pragmatic or kind of more sensible kind of like way of explaining, or I don't know, like, doesn't mean like their love for the team or the players is superior to ours. Absolutely not. Like in actual fact, like the fact that we show our raw emotion and where sometimes they hide their emotion, that shows more of a passion. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm fuming right now, but
I know, I'm as well, mate.
yeah, but like some people are gonna talk about, yeah, oh well, you know, it was a great game, you know, oh, one of these, 2-2, oh, what a shame. Brighton are a good team. On to
We've
the
done
next
this
one.
against
I don't give a
Brentford, so
fuck
it's
about this bollocks. On to the next one. Brighton are a good team. I want to express my emotions now. Do you know what I mean? I love Liverpool. I want us to win every single game, and I'm pissed off if we don't win a game. So like, don't like, you know, I don't want to see people.
maybe I jinxed it because literally in the preview I said, I promise you, Brighton are gonna give us more of a game than United. I said because Brighton are better. They've got better manager, better tacticians. They haven't got the better players, but it doesn't matter because I think you could get Messi, Ronaldo, Neymar all in the same team at United. They would do crap on Ollie. It's the manager and the tactics. And today, I've got to give we've been stating Liverpool today, but I've got to give credit to Brighton. You know, Brighton is where I live. I live quite near the stadium. People in Brighton are amazing people, and Brighton is my second team. And what's the second team? I don't really support Brighton, but I will be going to games because that's where I study and stuff. And Brighton is such a lovely city, such a lovely place and stuff. So I just want to say credit to Brighton. You know, I wish Brighton nothing but the best this season. They've done very, very well. And you just got to see, look, Brighton have only lost one game.
You always buckling it though, Jersey boy.
Huh?
You always a buckle it though.
Huh?
You always a jinx it.
I'm not always jinxing it. I'm just saying that I just think Brighton have done very well. And we've got
we know that, but you're saying probably you jinx it, but I'm saying you always jinx it. You
okay,
probably
then I
have
won't
to
say
do
anything
it
more for any more previous. I won't jinx anything
Yeah,
ever again.
you probably have to do it more positive. I tell you what, come out of
okay. But for me, you know, going to player ratings, I'll probably say I think Alisson was the man of the match because Alisson saved us. I'm gonna go.
Pissed off, man. I'm so annoyed. Can you believe this? Sorry,
Joe,
it's going to take me a while to recover.
Alisson,
or
you go for Alisson, bro. I'm going 9. I think he was the man of. I think he was man of the match because he saved us, bro.
Joe, calm down, bro. It could be worse. We could sit here and cry and say we'll lose the game, but we have to just give thanks. We're coming off a 2 very good win over Atletico Madrid, 1 over your biggest rival. This is football. This is what.
Bro,
and
we're 3 points behind Chelsea, man. Do you think we can catch up?
How you behaving now? That's how Ryan LFC would behave probably a year ago, 2 years ago. I'm mature now. You understand? I understand the game. This is how the game works. You win some. Liverpool always play fantastic against the big.
But that's the thing. Like, obviously, it's impossible to win every game 3-0. That's the point. But like, champions of a Premier League, you obviously need to have a variety of like qualities that you can utilize for specific games to be able to adapt to different styles and be able to like, you know, get something out of nothing. That's what we did. Do you not remember 18, 19, 19, 20? That's what we did all the time. When we weren't playing well, we still managed to scrape a win, scrape a goal, somehow come up with some brilliant masterpiece. Like, maybe some of it was luck, but like even United, I hate to say it, but even United last season, they were scraping a lot. We just haven't shown that we can scrape games and hold on to 2-1 victories. And the point is why I'm annoyed is because I'm fearing for the worst in the upcoming weeks. That's what it is. Like, I'm fearing now West Ham away. I'm fearing Arsenal at home. And I'm fearing that we haven't shown this season that we can hold out when we're 2-1 up, or we can get a win, get a goal in the 75th, 80th minute. We haven't shown that this season. So I'm a bit... That's why it's not just this game. It's like, how are we going to do this in the future? We need to be able to hold on to a 1-0 lead or something like that.
I agree. So let's jump right into the player ratings, guys.
As I said Alisson 9 because I think if someone else is in goal, we lose that game. So Alisson did concede 2 goals, but Alisson, the thing was, I fault for any of them, and I think Alisson was world class today, kept us in the game. So I'm going to go 9. I think he was man of the match. And that's just how bad we were today. He was man of the match.
Over to you.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think Alisson save our dot today, and I'm gonna give him an 8.5. I think it's decent to give him an 8.5 because if it was that goal wasn't offside, it would have been 3-2 Brighton. So no virus. He's the best goalkeeper we've had at this club, so I'm giving him an 8.5.
For me, I'm going to give him an 8. I think he makes some fantastic save to keep the score at 0-0 when we're leading by 2 goals to 0. So I'm going to give him an 8. People smash the like button. I haven't smashed the like button. All of you guys haven't smashed the like button. Smash the like button. Joe, over to you.
And let me smash the like button. Hold on.
Smash it to Steven. You haven't smashed it. Jersey boy, smash the like button, man.
Joe, what's your rating for Alisson Becker?
I'll give him an 8.
Okay. Over to you, Jersey boy. Van Dijk.
Van Dijk, I'm gonna give him 7 just for that thing, just for defending he did for Brighton. That was world-class defending. You know, he didn't even tackle him. He just put his body straight next to him and put him off guard. And that's, you know, you don't have to show they didn't have a tackle. I think he had a good game. I think Konate was the one who didn't have a really good game today. And maybe I think Matip should go back in for the next game. But I think Konate, you know, is learning. He's learning still. And I think he's a very good centre-back. He's going to learn. But for me, I'm going Van Dijk. I'm going to give him a 7.5 because I think that defending was great. So I'm going to go 7.5.
For me, I'm going to give Van Dijk a 6.5. I think Van Dijk, you know, made a few errors. I think for the leader at the back, I want to see more from you, bro. You need to do more, bro. Not because you're Van Dijk, while you're doing the pass, you're going to get a leeway. Everybody start the game, man. Same level. Not because you're Van Dijk and you has been good enough over the years. We need to see you keeping more clean sheet. We need to see more clean sheet. We need to concede in less goal. You at the back. You are the big man. You're supposed to organize the team at the back. So I'm going to give him a 7. Over to you, Steven.
Yeah, Van Dijk. I thought that he did okay. I thought it wasn't his best performance, but I thought that he could have done well in some bits of the game. But I thought that, you know, he did okay, you know, in this game against Brighton. But I'm gonna give him maybe a 7. I think giving him a 7 is all right.
Okay, over to you, Joe. Guys, if you have something playing, please, me a beg you. If you don't want to watch something, go and watch it. Don't on the stream and play, man. I don't want to get copyright, man. If
It definitely ain't me, but it's not me.
It's not me.
I don't have anything playing.
I'm hearing in the noise in the background, man. So, okay, let's go over to you, Joe. Van Dijk. Joe.
I feel like he could have done more for their second goal. I feel like I just don't know. Do you know what? Sometimes, like obviously Van Dijk is the best defender in the world. I do think so. But I just feel like he could still add some things to his game. Like sometimes, like I don't actually ever see him going in for like any big tackles or last minute blocks. Like he doesn't like to go to ground a lot. And I feel like with Trossard, like obviously we've seen him like when he's 1-on-1, like he's really good at like giving the attacker that direction that he wants to go, and then he gets in with a tackle. But like I just think with Trossard's goal, Van Dijk, his like mobility is still a bit not sharp enough. And obviously he's still come back from injury, I get it, but like I don't know, sometimes I just feel like enough with the prettiness, go in for a proper tackle and like, you know, go in for a slide tackle, give me a last minute block. I don't know, maybe he just doesn't like to go to ground. But like these are just small things. I think he didn't play that badly. He was still pretty good. And obviously with the ball, he's the best distributor of the ball in the world. His passing is unbelievable for a defender. But I'm just going to go with the 6.5, to be honest. I don't think any of our defenders played well.
Fair enough. Let's move on. Over to you, Jersey boy, Konate.
Konate, I'm gonna give a 5.5. I think Konate was No, I'm actually going with 6. I think Kanate was good for, the one point where he came back to defend. He was quite good at some points, but I think he was being toyed a lot for that second goal. And as I said, I think Kanate is still to learn. And I think maybe we all thought, okay, Kanate, we should play Kanate for against Brighton. But I think we kind of over-exaggerated and we found that I think it was a bit too early, and I think Kanate should be slowly introduced. I think Brighton did very good. No, United did very good, but I think Matip should have gone back in. Matip did play quite poorly versus Preston, but I think, I think Gomez is laying him down a lot, and I think Matip should have probably started for this game. But I'm gonna go 6. I think Kanate was okay, but he could have done a lot better.
Yeah, this is football fans, man. Sometimes you play a good, sometimes you play bad. I don't think him have a bad game. I think just the whole defense, the left back, the right back. Sometimes we have to drop back in our position and protect the back two, Virgil van Dijk and also Kanate. I think our two wing back just getting up and not coming back in time. But over to you, Joe. Kanate.
6.
6. Fair enough. Stephen, are you there? Okay, Stephen there. So let's move on.
He's back.
No. Yeah, it's on Kanate. So was I think like I said, like you said, I think he should have done a wee bit better. But I think he'll get time in terms of getting used to the Prem. So I'm gonna give him.
Okay, fair enough. So, all right, let's move on to Trent for speed it up a little bit. What do you think about Trent and Robertson? We'll grade them at.
I'm gonna give Trent 5.5. I don't think Trent did anything today. I think Trent is not one of Trent's good games. I think attacking wise, didn't do anything. Again, corners were shit again. Can we get a coach who teaches the players how to take proper corners? Our corners have been shocking, and also our free kicks. I think 5.5. I don't think it was very good. Robertson, I'm going to give him a 6.7, just because the fact that he kept running back and getting the ball off the Brighton players. I think out of the four backs, Robertson was the better player, so I'm giving him 6.7. But I don't think Trent had a good game. I'm going to give 5.5 and 6.7. What about you, Joe? Robert and Trent, you give one. You just say both.
I'm trying to scan the game back in my head. I can't remember. I don't know. I feel Robbo in the attacking spaces was quite hesitant in terms of his passing. I feel sometimes there were opportunities to put a cross in a bit earlier, and I feel maybe he could have been a bit more skillful in the attack when he had opportunities to, maybe playing it down the line, playing it a square pass into the midfield, maybe taking on a defender. Obviously nothing's easy, but I don't know. I feel like he could have done better. Defensive and Trent. I'm just trying to remember what was he like defensive. I can't remember what he was like in this. I don't know. Maybe it's the 6.5 each. That's what I'd go for, because they weren't diabolical, but they weren't by any means that good.
Steve,
I think I would give Trent a 5, just a 5 from being honest with you. I think Trent again got exposed. When he goes back to defend, when we look at Robbo, when he's going back to defend, there's actually a difference. You know what I mean? I'm going to give Robbo a 6, and I'm going to give Trent a 5. But there's anything if Trent needs to improve on, it's just fix the defending, bro. How many years have you tried to fix this defense in your game? You're a great player. Just fix your defending. That's all we ask for. I just hope that improves going forward. I'm going to give Trent a 5, and I'm going to give Robbo a 6 in my opinion.
is it a case we should focus more on Trent? Is just a very good player going forward? If he were a Brazilian or Argentina, would I give him praise? Would I have to give him credit? Oh, yeah, I'm very good going forward. I think sometimes we as fans we are not speaking about what the player great at, but we're more focused on what they're weak at. Just like the England national team, they keep on telling Trent, oh, you need to improve on a difference. Yes, you need to improve it. But what he can impact in the game going forward, not many wing back across the world can do that.
But that's why for a while I've said maybe we should be playing Trent as Klopp to change his tactics a little bit and play Trent as a wing back, not a right back. And you know,
I
kind
don't mind Trent at right back. I think I don't. I've always been in the
defensively. I know. There's times that he's done good defensively, but you got to remember, there's for me, the best right back this season has been Reece James. I've said it for a while. I think Trent. I love Trent, and I want him to be good. But remember, Trent's very young. I'm just saying that, in my opinion, Trent needs to really work on the defense. When you have to get a midfielder to cover Trent, you know he's not very good defensively. So I think we need the defensive coach to teach Trent and go, you know, because remember, he just gets dragged out of position again and again. It's not good enough. It's really not good enough. And, you know, I just really want him to to focus on his defending. And but I don't think he was at fault today for really much. But, you know, he just was very quiet and got a bit dragged out of position, so I'm gonna go, yeah, as I said. But Ryan, you haven't said you yet. What are you going for, Trent and Robertson?
Yeah, I think Trent sometimes, as you said, sometimes he's ball watching too many times, bro. In ball watching too many times. Most of the time when they attacking down that side and they score, when the cameraman puts it, Trent walking back. He go forward.
Ridiculous.
And he cannot come back in the space. He need to do that. Either going to not go too deep where you cannot come back and hit the defense, and people don't understand. When Jordan Henderson not playing on that side, Chin get exposed a lot.
I want Fabinho.
This guy should.
I've got to go in 5 minutes, by the way. I've only got.
This guy should give Henderson half of him pay every week. Henderson cover this guy all the time. All the time. But anyway, let's move on. I'm going to give both of them a 6. I think we need to get that. When we win the Premier League, both of them going forward, they were fantastic and coming back and help the defense. I'm going to give both of them a 6. So let's move.
Now for midfield, let's do all three because they get faster. I'm going to give Keita a 6 because I think Keita was good when he was on. Just a shame he got an injury. Hopefully it's fine. Oxlade, I'm going to give him a 4 because, you know, I think that I'm going to give him 3 for the assists and then 1 for everything else because I don't understand the passes he makes. He just makes passes to absolutely no one. I honestly think, I don't buy this. Chamberlain is tired. I think Chamberlain, after that injury he had, the second injury after the Roma, that ACL injury, then he had another one. And that second one that kept him up for a lot of the season, I think made him crap. I think he's rubbish. I think Chamberlain, in my opinion, is rubbish. So I think a 4. And Henderson, I'm going to give Henderson a 7 because I think Henderson again is the only midfielder of the other 3. He was the only midfielder with Jones, Keita, and Oxlade-Chamberlain going back and trying to defend, getting the ball back, and he scored a goal. So, for me, I think Henderson was the best midfielder, so I'm going to give Henderson a 7. So, for me, 6 for Keita, 4 for Chamberlain, 7 for Henderson, and I'm going to give 6 to Curtis Jones because I think Curtis... And I'm going to give 5 to Curtis. I think Curtis was very quiet. So that's my midfield. So Joe, what about you, Joe?
Yeah, I'm going to give. Obviously, Keita only played 20 minutes. It's hard to give him anything more than like a 6.5. But I liked what he did. I really did like what he did because I think he moves the ball quickly. I think he's threatening. Obviously, I still think there's loads in his game that could be better. And I know, like, he's not some, like, star at Coutinho or I mean, he's not some sort of crazy De Bruyne or this type of stuff. But, like, he works with us on several occasions. I'll give him a 6.5. Henderson, I think, was good. 7.5. At least, Henderson's a leader and he can play in any position. He scored a great goal. He was making interceptions, blocks, tackles here and there. His passing was good, but obviously he had to cover for Chamberlain and Ox a lot of the time because sometimes they didn't know their defensive duties and they were in no man's land a lot of the time. Ox and Jones, I wasn't impressed at all. I think they both have unbelievable quality, but they just don't show it enough. Ox probably. I'll always have a soft spot for Ox because I do like him and I want him to really do well, but it's just too many times. It's difficult. I don't know how he's going to break into this team anymore. I feel like he's going to, I think a 5 and Jones probably a 5.5. I really didn't think they were good. Jones is less problematic because I think he can develop, but I just think this Wijnaldum replacement should have been happened. People underestimated the importance of Wijnaldum in our system. Let's not forget Wijnaldum in our midfield. We won a Champions League and a Premier League, and his reliability last year should have been praised. The midfield is massive in any league. In any game, especially for us. It's a massive area of the pitch, and people don't give the midfielders enough credit whenever they play a good game, and their job is really underrated. Just midfielders in general. Because it's always defenders making last-ditch tackles or strikers scoring goals, but midfielders, like people need to appreciate the role that they do. But yeah, those are my ratings.
What about you, Stephen, for the 4 midfielders?
I mean, I'm gonna be really harsh here, but I'm gonna Keita. I thought Keita was doing bits when he was playing. I'm gonna give Keita a 6. I'm going to give Henderson a 6. I think there was times where Henderson, was frustrating me at times, but you can see why Henderson is the best out of all them midfielders. You know what I mean? He's our captain, and I'm sure he'll go for it. Jones and Ox. I think Jones was very quiet. I think I'm going to give Jones about 5.5. I don't think Jones really did much in the game. Ox is. I'm going to give Ox a 4.5 in my opinion. I think Ox again was a liability on the field plan. So that, like you said, I don't think there's anywhere back for Ox in this midfield. I think Ox is done as a Liverpool fan, and that's hard for me to say because I thought Ox, when he came into this first season, was the brightest prospect. You know what I mean? If Ox did not get that injury back in the 17-18 season, I think we could have saw the best of Ox. But I think it's just gone to the stage where Ox is not really up to his best anymore. And I think a 4.5 is what I'm going for in this game because Ox was just non-existent.
Rubbish. Feel so bad. Ryan, what about you?
Well, in my opinion, right now, I think Curtis did him job. I just think that when we lose and play like Navigator, we're getting between the line and we're making that midfield click much better. Unfortunate, Navigator pick up an injury and after came off in the 28th minute into the game. But I think Ox, he do well in the first 7 minutes him come into the game, but as the game go along, bro, the man is just losing the ball. The man just, when he move past one player and he buck up in our next player, he just, I don't know what wrong with the Hawks, but he's just not the same player getting that injury. But Henderson will always give you a 7 out of 10 performance every single game. I think Henderson did well, but we need option in that midfield, man. We need option. That's the most important part of our team, rotating the midfield to get that balance and stuff, man. Losing Genie and didn't replace him, it's coming slowly but slowly bite us every single game because what Genie bring to the team, he bring a little bit more controller inside that midfield. A lot of people don't see, but he win back that ball and make things click inside that midfield. So yeah, really, really miss Fabinho. Very, 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 very bad. I'm just hope he can come in back for that Atletico Madrid game because we see that game against Atletico Madrid how important he is to the team. So hopefully we can have him back and Thiago. Hopefully we can get James Milner back for some of the biggest game coming up, man. So let's finish off with the front three, guys. Over to you, Jersey boy.
Okay, for the five attackers, I'll go quickly. So Firmino, I'm going to give a 3. And the reason I'm going to give Firmino a 3 is because the whole game he just had no impact. There was chance after chance after chance again, and if he puts the chances away, we win the game. But again, straight at the keeper, wide, wrong pass. I've said it before to Ryan. It's all on form. for me, who starts as striker. Jota was in form, then he went off form, and Firmino was in form, and now he's gone off form again. I want to see Jota start next game. Firmino hasn't been good enough, and it was an awful game for me today, so I'm going to give him a 3. Salah, I'm going to give a 6 because he got the assist, but I think it was one of Salah's worst games he's had in a while. Mane, I'm going to give him, I'm going to give him a 6.5 because, he got 2 goals. One goal was disallowed for handball, but he tried his best today. He really, really, really tried his best to do bits today. And unfortunately, that goal was rightly disallowed for a handball. But, I think I'm going to give him 6.5. So, and for Minamino, I'm not going to give him a rating because he wasn't on the pitch long enough.
Wow.
Jota, I'm going to give him I'm not going to give him a rating either because he was non-existent.
Why was he not brought on earlier? I don't understand that.
And last of all, I'm going to rate Klopp. I'm going to rate
Don't be
Klopp.
too mean.
Yeah, keep that for last. Keep that for last.
Okay.
Run
Keep
through the
Klopp
punchy
off. So,
because
that's
Ryan,
that's
I've
my
gotta-
attackers.
I've gotta
So,
go-
we need to speak
Joe,
about.
Joe, what's your attackers? Go.
I've got to do quickly. I'll give
Yeah,
Mane
go.
a 7. He scored a good goal. Creative. I just feel he was doing a lot of creating by himself because there was no flipping connection with the midfielders, just no understanding of spaces and stuff like this. Salah, I didn't even think. Obviously, Salah's had better games. They figured out to go 2v1 on him. To be honest, at the second half, I'll give him it's just a 6. Probably has to be maybe 6.5. It's not a bad 6.5. Like he wasn't too bad, but do you know what I mean? Like it's not too harsh. I don't think. Salah's still the best in the world for me, and Firmino's 5. Honestly, come on, man. Like it's a glorious chance. You've got to be doing better there. Even though we were 2-0 up, you've still got to be doing better. And Firmino on the half turn, I think he could have done better. A 5.5. No,
Sum it up for Klopp before you leave, though.
Klopp,
Klopp's rating.
first and foremost, best manager in the world. I maintain. I think we will maintain it. But I don't think he had his best game. Konate, as I said, I don't know why he played. Jota should have come on earlier. The Minamino sub was a bit poor. And I just think maybe he could have, maybe could have galvanized us a bit, a 2-2 or something different. Brighton pretty much dominated the game, I think, for the second half. And we didn't get a control. I don't want to rate Klopp because I don't think I'll just give him a comment.
You have to go hard on Klopp, bro.
No, I don't want to. I'm not going
active
hard, but I'm saying
giving
things
Klopp a
he could have
leeway,
done
bro.
better. I literally said 3 things that he could have done a bit better. So yeah,
Klopp messed you up today, bro. My thought on Klopp, bro, you messed up us today big time, bro. Why not take off Firmino? Why not give Jota 30 minutes? Why you keep Firmino? And Firmino is the one who cost us this game today. He should easily put us 3-0 up, 4-0 up. Easily. Some chance he has to do better, man. And Klopp.
Do you know what? What I would say about Firmino is I think he works better when coming off the bench, in my opinion, now going forward. I think Firmino, unlike last time, shows that he can do well in some games, but I think there are some games in Firmino's game now that he just doesn't appear in some of these games. So I think he works better coming off that bench because I think he does well in it than what he used to. I think Jota is coming into this side that he's new to, but he's getting used to it now. I think Jota is working fine at the moment when he's starting the game. I just think it works better when Firmino is on the bench, when he can come on and show his magic, then and get that confidence. So yeah, I just think that works better in my opinion.
Okay, so guys, that's it for us. Man.
And then Klopp. I'm gonna give my Klopp 1. Klopp, I'm gonna go 3, and just because here's the thing is I've seen this season. If you guys remember Chelsea versus Tottenham, Chelsea were playing rubbish in the first half. What did Tuchel do? Changed it.
A bit.
He changed it because he saw it wasn't working. So he fixed it. Problem with me is Klopp doesn't like to really change things sometimes. And I think he should have brought on Jota in the 60th minute. 60th minute, because we could see that it wasn't working. But 60th minute, we were playing rubbish. So I think he should earn it. And I think hopefully that's a learning curve for Klopp. And we need to bounce back against Atletico Madrid, get a win, then the rest of 2 games you can relax in the Champions League, and then West Ham get a win, because this is why it's really important. The top 3 gap is extending now. You know, Chelsea, United aren't in the top 4.
Wait, sorry. What is this comment from Pagnan180? I'm not even going to read it out, to be honest, but it's just a stupid comment. Like, what are you talking about? There's nonsense. At the end of the day, Liverpool fans, we are the best fans in the world. We are numbers everywhere, home and away, never an empty seat, always supporting the team, showing passion, showing atmosphere, and all of this stuff. And the fact is, we're a good team with Klopp as our manager, with a good squad, and we've built an incredible culture and a unit with limited investment. And you are making this statement, which is completely false. We have expectations, like every club does. And if we feel we're not meeting the expectations, or if we feel we had a result which wasn't, the best result, you want us to be happy about it? Why would you want us to be happy? I think you're just nibbling here. But like, honestly, you want us to be happy if we draw a game or lose a game? You want us to be like, oh yeah, it's all right, let our rivals go ahead of us. Yeah, let our rivals win. Is that what you want? Like, what is this? You don't want us to be annoyed if we don't win games? Like, I don't understand your point. Any team of any man. Look at Barcelona fans, Real Madrid. Maybe talk about Real Madrid fans or Barcelona fans being spoiled, because they might act like their team's in shatters, but Real Madrid have literally won 13 Champions Leagues. Maybe they're the spoiled ones, or maybe Chelsea fans are the spoiled ones. When Chelsea spend billions and billions and billions of pounds every year, and every year they don't have a good result, their fans are up in arms. Their fans are cussing their players like mad. Cussing their managers. The treatment of Sarri was terrible. Their treatment of Lampard was terrible. Chelsea fans are way really spoiled, to be honest. You'll see them turn on Tuchel if they don't win the league this year, even though he's won a Champions League with them. And also, Liverpool are dealing with ownership that does not care about the team and does not invest properly. And we're dealing with, a state of affairs where we have fewer financial resources than our competitors, and it's an uphill battle. So don't even dare call us spoiled for no reason. And Son just missed a sitter, by the way, for Tottenham.
Yeah, Son should have scored. It's offside anyway. This is just curious. But yeah, guys, it's a disappointing result, but we got, as this fan base, you've got to move on. And again, guys, me, Ryan, will you be available for Atletico because of the new thing?
I'm not sure yet, so we will see.
But we'll
Ryan,
see.
you're looking very fresh, by the way.
I will be on the stream. It'll be me and Ryan, or me and the other guys, and we'll be doing a watch along on Wednesday for Liverpool's Atletico Madrid at Anfield. We're also doing a preview on Tuesday. But I think is it actually Wednesday, the game?
Yeah, Wednesday, I think.
Okay. Let me double check before we finish. Liverpool versus Atleti. Wednesday
tomorrow, man.
So we're
going to do the preview tomorrow for the Atleti Madrid game.
So we're going to do an early preview, guys, because there's some quick changes going around involving Ryan's life, and these are good changes. So the changes and previews now will kind of change a little bit for other Ghana games, just because we won't be able to do them live. So we'll be doing the preview for Atletico Madrid tomorrow. So we'll see you guys. We'll see you guys soon for another video. And before we go, here's a quick message from our sponsors, Manscaped.
See you.
Footy is back, and our friends at Manscaped.com have got a masterclass to get you ready for the new season. Manscaped have just released the Performance Package 4.0, which is a revolutionary product for men's grooming. 4.0. It comes with Ball Reviver. Let's get all of that revived. Ball Toner. You've got to get that toner on your balls. Most of all, the Lawnmower 4.0. This thing is incredible. It comes with a light. You can hear that buzz. Listen to that buzz. Can you hear it? It just slides through that ball hair, or your ass hair, or your body hair. You can see right here. Just look at that. Look at that cut. Oh, brilliant. It's also got skin safe technology, so you won't have to go to the hospital or somewhere because you've cut your balls. This thing is extraordinary. Also comes with Manscaped boxes. Find the 2 million men worldwide who use Manscaped and use the code Ryan LFC. I repeat, the code Ryan LFC to get 20% off and free shipping worldwide. Again, thanks to Manscaped for sponsoring this video, and your balls will definitely thank you.